Welcome on behalf of the Mindalia TV team. This is Mindalia live streaming, and today we're going to be having a very interesting conversation. We have Miryam Ferris with us. She is an Akashic Record reading instructor. This space has been, or the title for this space is How to Heal Yourself Daily. I have the pleasure of saying to Miryam Ferris, welcome to Mindalia. How are you doing today, Miryam?
I'm great. And I'm very happy to be here with you today and with all of you.
We are ready to listen to your message, to what you came here to teach us. So the screen is all yours, Miryam.
Okay. Well, the first thing that we can think is, should I heal myself on a daily basis? Why no? So the first thing I would like to explain is why this topic, why I chose this topic. Obviously, our main goal is the enlightenment, but this is being a bit tricky for most of us. So we are not accomplishing to be completely enlightened. So for me, the enlightenment is to be aware of who you are, to be present every single time, and every moment, like Eckhart Tolle, someone like that. So it's been difficult, even though they are sharing with us all their tricks. So my question was, in a certain point, what should I do in the meantime? And then it happened. I came across with this Hawaiian wisdom. They explain the real world as if we have a projector in our minds. So our mind has a conscious and an unconscious level. And that unconscious level is a black box. And that's like a 90-something% of our mind. So what we are creating in our lives is just a mess most of the times. So their philosophy explains that if you cleanse your mind, then you can project happier things or not that suffering. You can live an easiest way or an easiest life. I don't know how to express that, but that to me was very important because at that very time I was struggling with a lot of people. My daily basis were a mess. I was so tired. I had depression. I had a lot of things going on. And not only that, emotionally, the emotions are in our body because they need only to be felt, to be felt. And so most of the times that's emotions, we don't like to feel that emotions. That's why we block them. But when we block them, we are creating blocks into our energy system. And that is creating some illnesses inside of us. So mainly I'm explaining this because I came up with a bunch of easy tools, easy things that I do in a daily basis, so that I would like to explain to you. And the most important thing here is to know that you are not obliged to do even one. And also you don't need to do all of them every single day. Just pick one if you resonate with it. And if it is easy for you to integrate that practice or that tool into your daily basis routine, that's it. As simple as that. The first one I use the most is automatic writing. This helps me emotionally and mentally. Sometimes when I use it is when I feel angry, or emotions I don't like, and I don't know how to handle most of the times, and I need to be extracted from myself. I don't like that. So I need to be outside. Maybe you can also apply this technique when you have recurrent thoughts. You are like in a circles and circles and circles. You can use this technique as well. This is a very powerful technique, and I'm going to explain it to you. Just get one blank sheet and put a title. That title will describe what you will be, the topic you will heal. For instance, I hate the man of the corner, I don't know, or whatever topic, or I was mad with my sister, or I am mad with my sister. I don't know, any topic that you feel like. Just put it down, and then you will be floating and floating. I mean, first you will start writing consciously, and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Just tell and extract everything you would like to tell her, but you don't, because you don't want to create a war between you both. And then you start writing and writing and writing, and you will be surprised because you start writing about it. And sometimes from your unconscious mind, some things will arise, but you just keep on writing, writing, writing until you are done. In a certain moment, you will feel, I'm done. You will feel better inside. It's like that feeling you had is gone. And now the healing part is that you are going to read that. When you read that blank sheet, you will realize that some rubbish from your unconscious mind is appearing, and you were not aware that this was behind that feeling. It's a simple technique, but really, really powerful. And most of the times, as I already said, we are quiet because we don't want to cause trouble between us and other people, or simply because we don't like trouble. But we don't have to be quiet at all. I mean, if you are quiet and those feelings are inside of you, they are killing you. It's like you are burning inside. That's why we need some techniques to extract all that burning feelings. So automatic writing is very powerful one. Also, if you are not a fan of writing, or you don't like it that much, you can imagine that person is in front of you. Yeah, just imagine that I was with my sister. She said something I didn't like. When I come home, then I imagine she is in front of me, and then I start yelling or saying whatever I have here inside, and everything comes up. It's really, really helpful. You also can have a pillow and put it here and say, and shout out. So all the anger goes outside. Wow, so healing. I mean, the heal there is so, so deeply. It's very important to remark that all the emotions have to be outside. You cannot be keeping them inside of you, because with time, this can cause you depression or a certain, sadness, chronic sadness, and it's not good for us. So those things are really, really helpful and easy. They are a way an easy way to handle your, your emotions overall. And also sometimes you can heal your mind. Um, Another technique which is very, very powerful is to recall happy moments. I don't know if you try this one, but I recommend, I'm going to explain it all, but I recommend that you have time to do this, because sometimes later you have to integrate the information. So you don't do this when you have to go to the shop, to the groceries or wherever. You have to do it when you have time, and later when you need to rest a bit, just lie down, integrate, let everything, all the information, all the healing to integrate in yourself, and then you can do whatever you have to do. Let's do this. You have to be seated here, or lying down, wherever you prefer, and then you close your eyes. Let's do it now if you want. And just relax yourself. Just breathe deeply, in and out. And you will see that your body is relaxing every single time. And also your mind. Now, recall a happy moment in your life. When you were a child, when you were an adult, wherever moment is great. It will come up. And you have to be present. It's like you have to experience again that happiness. Just put it yourself into that moment and connect, feel again that happiness. You can be there for a few minutes. Or you can have another happy moment coming up. It's fine. You just connect with that other moment and feel that happiness. The longer you stay here, feeling happiness, the better. Okay, you can move now. We did the short version of it, but you can be healing yourself with happiness for half an hour to 1 hour, up to 1 hour more or less. If you can be longer, the better. And important, you have to have time, because when you are between half an hour and 1 hour feeling that happiness again, when you finish, you will find you will be perfect, and you will be doing things at home or wherever you have to to do. But then in a certain moment, you would notice that your body, your system is saying, oh, I need to stop here. So you can lie down a bit. Sometimes you can have a nap, or sometimes you only lie down and you will start like what I mean. It's like a rain of thoughts. It's like you are with your eyes closed, and then the thoughts start to pass so rapidly. I mean, it's so quick. They start to to pass that quick that you cannot be aware of them. You don't know even what thoughts they are, but you feel like a lot of going on. There is a lot of going on inside of your head, like do, 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 do. That's ordering. Your body is being ordered, and you mentally and emotionally. So if you fall asleep, it's fine, it's great. If not, in a certain moment, you will feel it's enough. That's it. I got this. So in that very moment, you can go shopping or whatever you have to do. But that moment is very important. It's like in yoga, when you do yoga, and at the end you have to to be lying down to absorb everything. This is the same, and it's amazing. What else? One of the tricks I'm using recently, and it works with me like amazing, is when I have this feeling that my inner child cannot handle, I speak directly with my inner child. Me as an adult, I speak with my inner child and I say, okay, I see your anger. I will carry with this anger and I will resolve it for you. And you will feel an immediate release here at your heart level. And then you as an adult have a lot of tools to solve that emotion. Some we already explained here. And probably you have other tools that would be great as well. So if you want to share them, just write a comment down below, and we will have like a bunch of of tools for everyone. It will be so amazing and helpful. And that moment is magical, because when we feel envy, anger, this kind of feelings, our inner child is overwhelmed. He or she doesn't know how to handle with that. So as an adult, will you get that and calm your inner child and say, don't worry, this is not your problem. I will handle it for you. I have my resources. You feel relieved. You feel amazing. And then you as an adult get in contact with that emotion and just heal it with automatic writing, or just whatever tool you use is great. Another thing that is deeply healing, but to me it's hard sometimes, is enjoy the moment and just stare at a flower or look a beautiful place, a beautiful plant, or even you can connect with the child's love, or that special things that are happening around us every single day, but we miss all of that every single day and every moment because we are in our mindset. Our mind is with with their bloody, 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 blah. And we cannot stop and enjoy. Just remember, the Akashic Records every single time say to me, you are here to enjoy. So that's a very good one. Ho'oponopono. This is spectacular. For sure, you will know that. This will cleanse your unconscious mind 100%. I mean, just repeat the sentence. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And repeat it to yourself, because you are all the people you have been in all different lives you lived before is you. So all the experiences you had in the past lives or here in this present life are inside of you. So when you tell to you that, all this stuff's healing inside, because sometimes we don't say thank you. Sometimes I went to a place because I felt like I had to go, and then it was the best ever, and I didn't thank you. I didn't thank you to myself because I chose that. And it's very important to say all those things to ourselves. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Amazing. Ho'oponopono is Hawaiian wisdom. For sure, you will know that. And I recommend it strongly. I mean, for me, it was a life change. And another thing that people ask me a lot is how to be protected in their houses, how to protect their houses. And I wanted to add this because it's very easy. I mean, you only have to imagine that your house is surrounded with blue energy. That's protecting your house already. If you want to heal that, you can imagine like golden energy coming up from up to down. It's like a rain of golden energy. And pay attention to the corners. That healing has to be more deeply in the corners, because there sometimes there are some energies that are low energies, but that's it. And that's a good one also, because if your space is cleansed, you are happy there. You can also do this when you had anger, or you shouted at someone, or you had a fight or whatever. It's important if you cleanse your house so that those emotions are not stick here, around you. That's really a good one. More things I could share with you is water. The elements are there with us to help us to heal. Water, when you are going to drink water, you can speak to the water. The water has their own soul, their own wisdom. So you can say to the water, please help me with this, or just cleanse myself, help me to have the higher conscious I could, or at this very moment, or whatever you feel like. That's great. And the water will help to you. There is something important about the water that I heard once. Is like all the water in this planet is the same. Since the very first moment that creation was done, it's a closed system. So the water you are in contact with was the same water that your ancestors were in contact with. And so that wisdom is also there and is so sacred, and this is really cool. Another way I use the water to heal myself is in the shower. When you go to the shower, just put your water here, and you can imagine like the water is comes with the golden energy and gets rid of everything, you know, all the problems you have in your mind, all the everything. And also you can imagine like that hour turns into blue, a light blue as well, and blue energy that also protects yourself and heal yourself. You can imagine the colors you feel, because sometimes you need transmutation. So you will imagine purple and you don't know why, or orange or whatever. But that's a good one, because you will feel so released, so relieved as well. More fire. The automatic writing, the letter I write, I normally burn it. And I speak with the fire first, and I ask to the fire to cleanse everything, to heal myself, and to allow me to move forward in my life. The fire transmutes, I mean, is the best transmutator, I think. I know. Wind. The wind is so powerful as well. If you are in a place where you can feel the wind, ask the wind to, bring everything to the wind. Take it out. Just remove it, everything. And the wind will remove everything it can. Earth, so powerful. When most of the times when I can, I go to the earth. I meditate touching the earth. And we have to be very grateful with the earth, because she is here with us. She loves us, even though we are doing good and not that good things to her. And she's here loving ourselves every single time. So first, when you touch it, you can feel her love and connect with her love. You can imagine like roots, like golden roots are outside your feet, and go and connect directly to the heart, to the earth's heart. And from there, you can imagine that her love is up. And when it touches you, it empowers you with all that love she has for you and for all of us. That's great. At the same time, when you are connecting with the earth, you also can connect with the stars. And you can imagine like an energy coming from the main source, or any planet you like, or your origin planet, or your origin planet is where the planet when we first incarnate, or we first came to live. And you can imagine that light comes through you and goes here to the heart and mixes with the love of the earth. That's a great balance. It's a great way to balance your energy and your bodies, your energy bodies. And finally, a sunbath. Isn't it great to have a sunbath? Obviously with care, because everything is life. If you take too much, is dangerous, but if you take it in the correct way, it's great. So sometimes if you just close your eyes and have sunbath, it's great. You can ask to burn with that light, or transmute everything you don't feel like you want with you anymore. So hopefully all these tools help you in some way.
Thank you, Miriam. It's been a pleasure for us to hear you. Let me check. I think that maybe you cannot hear me. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's been our pleasure to listen to the information that you've been providing us. We're going to take a chance just to review and do a couple of questions because there's information there that we may want a little bit more from you. Let's see. The first question that we're going to be having here is the following. What can we do as a habit or lifestyle to complement the practices that you have been telling us about?
Wow. As a lifestyle, I think yogic lifestyle to me is the best thing I could incorporate in my life. I don't know a lot of much about it in deep, but things that I've heard from Sadhguru, for instance, it's a very, really good source of it. I practice yoga every single time I could because especially for all my body, but for my back is amazing. I try to wake up early in the morning before 6, between 5, 6 in the morning and meditate. It's amazing because they say that at that time, there is a powerful energy on earth and is, wow, so inspirational. It's amazing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. Definitely, meditation before sunrise, it's completely different. Just for the fact that we are very rarely interrupted. The rest of the world is still asleep, and there's definitely, yeah, I agree with you on that one. How about nutrition? What do you think about nutrition in regards
Nutrition
to
is very
practice of
important.
meditation?
Yeah, because the sentence that impacted me the most was, "You are what you eat." So if you eat things that has memory by themselves, you are eating that memory. If you eat something, a plant that has been genetically modified, you are being genetically modified, even you are not aware of it. So what I recommend the most is eat organic, use the organic if you are in the USA, and the healthier possible. I mean, everyone has the choice to eat only plants and seeds or meat or whatever. I mean, I am not going to enter in that point because that's very personal and everyone has to choose what they want to. But everything has to be the most organic things, the most quality things, because you are that food that you are eating. And that's very important it's a way to honor our body.
Self-care, right? It's loving ourselves. Miranda Rami, she's in the United States and she has a question. She's communicating with us through the Facebook app. My children are in their 20s. They are upset with me and they ignored me on Mother's Day pretty much all the time. How can I cope with that? Because it really makes me feel sad and depressed. Thank you.
Mom, I'm sorry that you are going through this. What I would do if I were you is, first, there are two things here. Maybe they are mad with you because they expected you to be with them in a certain moments and you couldn't, whatever reason, I don't mind. And at that place, I mean, in that you have to respect that, even though you don't know what's going on because probably they didn't tell you, but the most important thing you should do, or I would do, is to ask myself, what are they reflecting to me? Because in what sense you are avoiding to you, in what sense you are not being you 100%, because every single thing outside is our reflection, our inner reflection. And maybe you are forbidding yourself something in your life, and they are showing to you that. Most of the times we can't change others' things. You know, you cannot oblige your children to, sorry, you cannot oblige your children to take care of you or to say, mommy, hi. But you can look into you. What part of my life, or why I'm being transparent for them? Do I want to be transparent for someone? Do I want to be transparent in real life? Do I want to be, and write about it? Just write about that. You can write about your children. How do you feel about the situation? And then write about what part in your life you are hiding off, or you are doing the same that your children are doing to you. And if you solve that in your inner energy and in your life, then probably they will change their that situation. You know, they will turn to you and they can talk to you.
Thank you for that answer. The next question is, should we give spaces, or should we give ourselves spaces and permission to not being okay all the time?
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. That's called embrace your darkness, so to speak. So the idea of being in a spiritual path, that the idea that means that you are every single moment okay, and you are peace and you are love and blah blah blah, is not nice. I mean, it's not correct. It's not correct at all. I mean, we are dual persons, we are dual people, and sometimes you are mad, sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are sad, and sometimes you are whatever. And the amazing thing is to allow that emotion to arise. Just feel that emotion, and that emotion will be there, and that's it. When it's done, it will be gone, and you will be in another emotion. First, allow yourself to be, completely. That's really healing thing, and it's amazing. And sometimes if you are mad or something, you know what, people, I'm not feeling fine, I'm going to my room, and you heal yourself, you take a look, take care of that anger, and then you will come back, and that's it. But it's really a good question, and definitely you do have to.
Thank you. I appreciate that answer. It's definitely important that we give ourselves permission for everything, for all the colors that live within us. How about the people around us? How about the content we are exposed to? How should we care about it, and how does it affect actually the development of our spiritual hygiene?
Well, at that level, to me, it works to be aware that there is like some forces that wants us to be, in fear, and don't vibrate as high as we are here to vibrate, And when you realize that that's a fact, that we have been manipulated over time because we were afraid and so on. The first thing I did was shut down the TV. I don't watch news, because to me, the news are not balanced, because to be balanced, they should have 50% happy things, good news, or 50% bad news. That's a balance here, because we are 50-50, light and dark, or whatever you want to say that. So First, if you can disconnect from the fear sources, you would be much, much better. Here's the thing. You can be exposed to a fear source or a source that provokes you fear and say, okay, I'm here, but later I will cleanse myself. Yeah, but what if you are not exposed to that and you are not cleansing that because you don't need to cleanse that? And you have that very moment or that time to cleanse other things in the past that are, being not nice to you, or they are bothering to you right now, or just relax. I mean, to me, it is vital to be outside of these kind of sources, because if you are in contact of them, they know how to touch you, and you will enter in this loop, and it's not nice. So one way we can love ourselves is being separated with that forces. Don't drink from them.
I'm gonna have to be in complete agreement with you, and I like how you say that it's not balanced. They are only focused on the bad, and sadly the hundreds and millions of wonderful things that are still happening in the world on a daily basis is never covered. So probably because it doesn't sell, probably because it doesn't cause as much, that sensation. But yeah, definitely, I believe that the world is still a place in which wonderful things are happening. We have reached the end of our conversation, of the time in which you have been giving us your wisdom, your knowledge. We want to thank you for that and for your time mostly, because it's that thing that never comes back. And as we reach the end of this space, what do you want to leave us with? What are your closing thoughts?
Just enjoy, just enjoy every single moment. The life is too short, and we are all mentally, and we forgot our inner child, the child we were. That part of ourselves is the one who has to live every single moment. So just enjoy.
Thank you. It's been a great pleasure, and thank you for being with us today in English. We normally do this in Spanish, but as many people know, we just want to reach as much people in the planet as possible. We just want to share as much knowledge as we can. So thank you for being with us. And remember, Mindalia.com is an international nonprofit organization, and you can help us liking, subscribing, following us in our social media. You can go to www.mindalia.com. There you're going to find all the content that we have ever shared in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. You can also go to www.mindaliaradio.com if what you prefer is just to listen to our content. A very big hug and all our gratitude. We are going to see you very soon in the next Mindalia live streaming. Bye bye.